close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Whoa, you won't break me, I won't back down. I'm up so high, I got no doubt.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Hold on. Check. We go to the 180.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Good move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. You talk about this Lions defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
From the gun, here's Williams. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. These two teams had met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Second and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good. More on Lions.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
180!
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down and 8.
Come on! Like 20!
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
What? Like 20! 5. 2. What's that?
Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Y'all gotta call my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody more Power Rangers.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
180!
They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you bring some doubt in their minds.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
You talk about this Lions defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He missed on his first 3 passes. He's 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That's good.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Pass caught by Burden. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. On 4th down, here's Williams. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DJ Moore, 41 yards. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Go. 180.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Lions.
Come on. What's that?
Gibbs straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is going to have a Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Detroit.
Another run for Gibbs here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the Bears' 42-yard line.
The give, right side for Gibbs. Able to slither by. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Then he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
20.
4th down to give to Gibbs. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down in the backfield. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To the air, Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And a
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Room here to run. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 45 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. And they'll accept that penalty. Extra point attempt to come here. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Lions 21, Bears 13.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this one's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here's Williams. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
But partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
180.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions first down.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now.
Five.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Head off to Gibbs, headed right here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
It's 4th down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Go. Super. Shell. What's that?
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
28-yard gain. First down, Lions.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 15 now. kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
54 yards. That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10.
Throwing is Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about a tap?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he moved left there, Charles Little. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Lions 28, Bears 19. Michael Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
We go tonight. 180.
Now it's gone. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cut. 180.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Cut. 180. What's up?
Back to throw. Goff. That is caught. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
120.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
180. Great player. DC. Carlos.
Here's Goff. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
180.
Just beating the play clock is Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Detroit Lions, first down. It's a gain of 6.
Throwing again is Goff. That's complete right side. It's too slow. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now Goff. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
120. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Super. 12.
looking to throw. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
What is up?
Looking to throw is Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
What is up? Vegas, Vegas! Yes, 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 yes!
To throw, Williams. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Filthy, 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 filthy!
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let it slip! Yes, yes, yes! Bravo, bravo!
Throwing again here, Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 30 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw. 63 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Vegas!
Play action. Now Williams. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
But somebody gotta do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. On the return, it's White. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Here goes tonight. 180.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd and 5.
Like 20.
Now Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
To kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A nice little juke. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. Now the 18-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this complete downfield to connect. And he dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the
Here's Williams. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
To the air, Williams. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Lions are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
To throw is gone. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Second down and goal.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Sometimes you get a goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing is Williams. That is caught. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Vegas!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
He's got the Michigan man, Thurston Loveland.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
What is up?
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Filthy.
He's got this complete to Burden.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there.
And the Bears are set up now, first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
What is hold on?
Here's Swift. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
At the 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. Touchdown Bears! Roy Madunze from 6 yards away. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jack Campbell with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And it was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
20, 2 for 1.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Pass for 20. 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And oh, it's blocked. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. On the
the ground. It's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears,